Okay, so now that we've done all of these pieces of the Chrome browser, now it's time to learn a few tips and tricks that can make our life easier. So one of the first ones I did show you was the pinning and the muting. Very helpful. I can pin and I can actually close my browser and reopen it back up, and these pin tabs will stay there. So I want you to think about the things that you use all the time as a teacher. What are those pages you use all the time? One might be your video conferencing page that you're going to open right up. So it could be Zoom, it could be Meet, one of those that would be great. One for me is definitely my calendar. I use my calendar daily. One could be your Gmail. So you could have that open at all times. One could be your student information system. So it could be School Tool or Infinite Campus or PowerSchool, one of those things you use all the time. I think that's one of the best things. So what happens if I all of a sudden close a tab by mistake? Oh no, now what I do? So there's actually a trick. It's called Control Shift T, and it's going to open that tab back up. And it's not only going to open that tab up, I can continue to do that. It's going to continue to open all of the tabs that I have closed in the past. It's going to go back as far as the last time I restarted my machine. I can keep that going. That's really good if you're like me and you're working on something. Somebody makes a phone call. You very quickly close a tab. You want to open it back up. You close it by accident. You're like, oh crap, I didn't mean to do that. So Control Shift T, because remember, Control T opens a new tab, but Control Shift T opens a new tab that you just closed. So that is really helpful to get us back into something that you closed by accident. It's also really good to use when students, when they maybe start scrambling at their laptops to close things. Another tip that we sometimes, one of the things we sometimes do by accident is we pull tabs in and out. So we have these multiples. Remember to always come to the bottom, and you can always feed these back in. So you can grab the tab, pull it down a little bit. It will show your other tabs. You're pulling the window down, and we're going to place it back in. So now I'm back to one set of tabs. So now I can do that. I might have done it more than once. And I come down here and I look at this one. I'm like, okay, this is good. And now I have two of these, and I don't really need two of these. So I could just close this window right up like that. And now I only have one. You can see that there's just one down there. So that's another one. I think really pulling things down into the bookmark bar saves us a lot of time. And the last thing is really just navigating through your extensions. So again, if I come to the puzzle piece, you'll see I have a lot of extensions installed. It will show all the ones, and I can also pin them. So you'll notice I have some that are pinned and some that are not pinned. So I don't have dual list pinned, but I can unpin some of these, and you're starting to see my extensions kind of, my list gets smaller, right? So they're going to start to go away a little bit, but I can turn them on. I can turn them off. I turn Screencastify off. I'm not turned off. I unpinned it. I'm going to pin it back, and it comes here. What happens if it doesn't go where you want it? All you have to do is click and drag it to where you want it to be. That's important to me because I have the ones that I use the most towards the front. Like Bitly is one I use very often. Google Keep is one I use very often. So I have them at the front so you can click and move them around as well. So that's through the puzzle piece. You can pin them, and that's also where your extensions go when you install them and you can't find them. So they come up here into this little puzzle piece, and then you can pull and drag them around. Hope that helps. So that's it. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out.